I've taken enough time for myself, Plissken. Taken far too much time for myself.
I think he might have a point. I mean, we've been robbed of our vacation. We might as well, just take a minute to relax, chill out for a little bit. Granted, it's not, an ideal place to have a little relaxed sesh, but we have an opportunity to do it. Let's just take it.
I begin chewing my lower jaw, and I just look towards Lemon.
I slowly let go of the cold embrace of the fog, as I feel I'm being observed doing this. And I put the Snickers in my sock, feeling that this place has a lot of hungry eyes. Someone's going to try and take it. I have the feeling. And then I look up at Roddy. Well, Roddy, I could use a vacation myself, but I'm not sure the company is relaxing enough.
Well, maybe Mr. Plissken here can show us somewhere nice. Sure, why not? We could even talk to some of the people who, I don't know, were observing things when they happened.
You got it. And he goes back towards a door on the brick wall, and it opens, and he leads you into the facility. It's not an indoor facility in any way, though the difference between the external part of it and the internal part will probably leave you breathless. The clouds part to reveal a sunny meadow within the beautiful brickwork surrounding it. There are several crude drawings of inspirational quotes, of cat posters, of you can hang on and such. The grass is green, thick, and sparkling from the morning dew. Several naval officers are giggling with each other, their golden hair bouncing against their broad, tan shoulders as they throw a volleyball up in the air. Sweat drips down their neck onto joyous, well-toned pecs. Chickens are free-ranging. Some are wearing beautiful sun hats and sunglasses. One is wearing a bikini. All of the buildings are newly painted a bright pink and yellow with daisies on the doors. The place smells of daffodils, innocence, and joy. Everyone is smiling, and as you come in, a Navy SEAL will hand you a bouquet of sunflowers. And Commander smiles down at you. Welcome to St. Pollo Island.
It's kind of like my third grade teacher threw up in here. But it's lovely. It's lovely place you got.
Yes, but what is there to do around here? I need to busy my hyperactive brain with something, I say as I start counting the petals on the flowers.
Yeah, looking around, there are 5 buildings, each decorated in very beautiful ways. Commander Plissken looks about and says, well, you have Pollo's Chic Hospital, a place where they can deal with your mental and physical and emotional issues, especially if they're chicken related. Furthermore, there's the Chick's Cafeteria. If you are hungry, I suggest you go there. It's exquisite. After that, there's the storage house. We are the World Hen House, which is where you can sleep. Themaceria, which is our state-of-the-art fitness center. And of course the lighthouse. So the lighthouse does provide a lovely view. It's not so much useful other than that. So, you have free range anything here. I've told everyone to treat you as kindly as possible. Anything else I can do for you?
I lean forward, smiling, as I say in a kind of friendly, questioning tone. Well, one small little question. What exactly is the point of everyone mingling with the chickens? Isn't it better for chicken therapy if the chickens are just left alone? Why is everyone playing around with them? I mean, isn't that kind of asking for trouble?
Well, I have to admit, this is an experiment of mine. I had an awakening not too long ago. This place was more reminiscent of Fort Knox or Guantanamo Bay. The depressing speck of mock upon the human society. But then I found a pamphlet, you see, and this pamphlet guided me to a way that could be different. We didn't have to treat these chickens like criminals. We could love them, love ourselves, and in doing so, become a part of this great circle of life that we have been blessed with.
I lean in, smiling, and as I ask this question, I'm going to try and push my charm and try and use fast talk, which is when I dig in, I get an extra little dialogue effect. What I'm trying to say is, well, all that sounds super wonderful and super lovely. I mean, if you ask me, it's almost like 1,000 chickens wouldn't want to walk out. I wonder what could possibly make 1,000 chickens want to walk off. Seems pretty unlikely, right? And yes, charm and fast talk here.
Excellent. So this is definitely a great effect using your approaches, and we'll say it's a risky position.
Certainly so. I have 2 in charm. I am, of course, cool, out of 3, and because I'm using fast talk, I have to dig in, so I will spend 2 appetite to get an extra dice. And the effect I'm hoping for here is that they will let something slip as I am just suddenly bombarding them with all this fast talk.
Excellent. All right, let's roll it. Let's see what we got.
Best dice is a 4.
All right. That's still good. This individual kind of taking in this flood of conversation kind of stares down at you. To be honest, it's something I've asked myself over and over again. Why would these chickens want to leave? I mean, look at this place. Who would ever want to leave? We provide everything. And he looks around. I don't think they left. I think they were kidnapped.
I just nod and look to the others.
What makes you think they were kidnapped?
Because by all accounts, these chickens, they were happy. Their psychiatrist showed no indication of a desire to leave. They were content. They had just applied to college. They had such bright futures ahead of them, and now this is all just... Now they're just missing, with their friends and family still here, and a chicken-shaped cut in my heart.
Forgive my lack of imagination, but what could one possibly do with 1,000 chickens?
A lot, Lemon.
I don't know. Chickens are fabulous creatures. I guess the real question is, what couldn't you do?
And I immediately apply my whole mind power to think of all the things that one couldn't do with 1,000 chickens.
All right. So entertain me real quick. So let's say someone did kidnap 1,000 chickens.
Mm-hmm.
How would they go about transporting them without being seen? Where are some places that we might be able to look or take a look around?
The beach is the only way in and out of this island, especially if you're trying to transport chickens. Chickbee is reliable, but she's getting old. Maybe someone was able to stow away the chickens, or they took a submarine of some sort. It might even be the Russians. Who knows?
Those goddamn Russians.
I know, right? And the Canadians, too.
Well, are there any, tunnels or anywhere that they could transport in secret? Or do you guys, have lots of large boxes that you freight off the island for anything?
Well, we bring in a lot of orders. You'll find... I think if you look around, you'll be able to see how much goes into making this such a utopia. It's gorgeous, really. But maybe that's our flaw in our security.
Tell me this. Who was on guard on the day of the chicken disappearance? And what were they eating?
Well, all the guards and anyone here eat at the local restaurant, that little pavilion over there with the beautiful gold and draperies and such. It's quite a lovely place. Chick's Cafeteria, it's called. Now, to be honest, I've adopted a freeform work ethic. We all kind of, instead of doing shifts in documented hours, we each take care of each other in the best way possible. So if you want to know schedules and the like, your best bet is just to go to the cafeteria and engage with the guards.
Well, what do you say, Butcher and Lemon?
I could eat.
Shall we do lunch?
Oh, yeah. I'm starving.
Yes, I think my brain cells would benefit from a swift refueling, yes.
In that case, let's head to lunch and chew the fat, so to speak.
Going to Chowtown.
You guys head on over to this open-style cafeteria. Its walls have been recently taken down. You can kind of see the foundation that was destroyed. And now in its place is this elaborate tent created and styled by Tahani al-Jamil. You can kind of see the gold and jade letters bestowing such knowledge. Speaking of such, gold and jade jewels have been woven into the thick silk fabric as it cascades down to the well-manicured grass. Little black marble steps guide you through the silks, caressing the shoulders of each of you. The Monte Carlo Philharmonic Orchestra is currently playing soothing and vibrant music for everyone. They are set atop a gold and black marble circular stage in the center of the pavilion. There are black marble circular short tables scattered around, and Navy personnel dressed in butler attire serving rich meals to everyone. One chicken can be seen eating a filet mignon dipped in butter along with asparagus.
How do you think they afford all this shit?
It is pretty fancy. What do you say, Lemon? Sure you're used to this sort of shit.
Well, it just makes me think how elegant this place is compared to that fucked up piece of ferry that we rode here on.
Something certainly ain't right. Way I see it is, someone here knows something. Like the guy said, the chickens. They haven't gone anywhere. Someone took them. And you know what I'm thinking? I lean forward. What's the main thing people who want to steal chickens do with chickens?
Sell them.
And then eat them.
We got a smuggling problem here.
That's the only explanation. Why the fuck would all these happy chicken-loving folks want to get rid of chickens? Because the one thing they can't do here is chew down.
Okay, question. So for my connected perk, I don't know if it could work like this, but thinking about like the chicken smuggling and stuff, would there be someone I could contact who might know about anything with that involving the case?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can make a call if you want.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna walk away from them, just like 10, 15 feet. I'm gonna give them a call.
Excellent. And who is this individual that you're calling?
Susie Q.
Ooh, Susie Q.
Smuggler extraordinaire.
Yeah, so on the other end, you hear Susie Q. Hey, what's up, Buttercup?
Hey, so I'm on this hellish chicken island right now, trying to help work a case with some chickens that have gone missing.
Oh.
St. Pollo. They got about 1,000 missing chickens just up and vanished. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Ooh. Well, I might know something like that. How about this? I tell you a little something, and you promise to go out with me next weekend. Does that sound fair?
I just went out with you 2 weeks ago.
Was it not? Were you not satisfied? Is there something I could have done right?
All right.
No.
You know what? No. It's fine.
No, I feel a little insecure now.
No, it's fine.
I
I'm just in a
feel
bad mood. It's not you, it's me. It's me. My vacation's been ruined. I'm stuck on this fucking weird island. I just want to get out of here. I'm sorry.
That's a bummer. I'm sorry. I should be more aware of your feeling. Obviously, you're having a bad time.
Yeah, if you could be considerate, that'd be nice. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. All right, let me see what I can do. Yeah. And go ahead and give me, so this gives you either a +1 footwork. So this can either help you with your investigation, or you can kind of just ask for that favor, which would be, is there any criminal element here concerning the chicken?
Yeah, I want to ask about that.
Excellent. Yeah, in about like 5 minutes, because she gets off the phone with you, kind of giving you kisses, but she'll text you, beware Dr. Cox.
Dr. Cox. All right. I'm gonna head back over to the group. Okay, so I may know a guy. Gave him a call. Asked if they have any information about this whole case. She just told me to beware of Dr. Cox.
Dr. Cox. Sounds intimidating.
Oui, sounds very... But is that the one that... No, that was Dr. and Mrs. Tweedy. How many people do they have involved in this place?
Yeah.
And where is all the seamen? I mean, where is Mr. Seaman?
Well, that's a question that I'd like to know the answer to, Lemon. But for the moment, excuse me, I'm gonna go check out the diner. I stand and I go to find where the food is being served in this location.
Yeah, so as you try to step in, a well-tailored butler outfit attached to a well-manicured and muscle-bound navy person kind of looms before you with an enchanting smile. Welcome to Sheik's Cafeteria. Are you just seating yourself, or are your companions going to be seating with you?
Oh, table for free.
Excellent. And would you like a massage?
No, that's fine. Just a standard dinner, please.
Excellent. Please come with me. And he leads you to one of the tables of stone and marble, and sets out 3 silk menus with like these printed gold letters upon it. Just below the menu, it says, meal brought to you by Alain Ducos, the famous French chef. The butler makes sure to point this out to you, as you do seem to be from outside the island. He also says, gazing on you, the wine is from Sicono, in which there are only 442 cases that were ever made. So, I encourage you to pair it with any meal that you're having today. Of course, all meals are free, provided that you take care of yourself.
Well, that is awfully kind of you. I wouldn't maybe be able to get your recommendation on the best local garnishing you have. You know, the one all the security personnel like the most. I just want to feel how they feel, you know? It helps me work when I'm working.
Oh, you want the special, huh?
Yes.
Excellent. Alain Ducos does have a particular meal that he provides to the security guards, one of which they've been enchanted by. Would that be for all 3 of you, or just for you, monsieur?
Well, I'll be happy to just have a large quantity of food, if you see what I mean. I prefer quantity over quality.
Yeah, I'll take the same as Lemon over there. You know, I wouldn't mind a massage either if you're still offering.
Of course, we will have one of our professionals approach you in about 5 minutes.
Are they giving us a light bite before, as a starter, before we get the main, or?
Of course, everything will be brought before you, for you are kings and queens.
I can see the appeal of this place, but still. All right. So, who is this friend of yours, and what was this thing about Dr. Cox?
Oh, yeah, my friend Susie Q. She's She's pretty involved in, the smuggling side of things, and I asked if maybe she knew any information about the case, and all she told me was to beware of Dr. Cox, and I don't recall that name ever being brought up while we were here.
That's true. Also, Jim, it's a good thing I'm off duty, and I'm just going to pretend you didn't casually mention that you have a smuggler friend. Wink.
Hey, we're all friends here.
I suppose we are. Well, Miss Lemon, what do you think of all this? It is Miss Lemon, Dr. Lemon, Professor Lemon, Agent Lemon.
You can call me the Great Lemon, if any title at all.
The Great Lemon, okay. Sure.
I think I will enjoy a light bite first. You see, my brain power is rapidly deteriorates without sufficient fueling. A light bite, or as we say, niqueur ma petite bite.
Yeah. And it's about this time that your first appetizer sets are brought out. On these small little plates are, it looks like French fries, but they have been cooked with duck fat and sprinkled with hints of duck, lightly kind of sizzled and dipped in butter. They form a smiley face before you as they are brought to your table. And for Butcher, an individual standing at about 8 feet tall, muscles which are very thick, approaches you and kind of pulls out a notepad and starts asking your stressors in life and what places upon your body do you find it most difficult to stretch.
Oh, just all around, whole body. But watch the goods. I'm gonna point to my gold chains that I'm wearing.
You have it. I will take care of you. And this man begins the most pleasurable massage you've ever had.
I casually remark quite quietly to Butcher as they're being massaged. You really can't get anything you want here. So many temptations. I'm sure no one's ever been tempted to eat the forbidden fruit. Right? I roll my eyes.
I can't complain right now because this is the most amazing massage I've ever had in my entire life. You should really try it.
I need to focus. I'm waiting for the main course.
Oh, suit yourself.
As soon as I feel the nutrition reach my brain and my intellect swelling again, I would like to start looking for the ketchup, as we like to say. I'm pretending to look for condiments, but I'm actually snooping around, looking for ideas. Can I use snoop around from my word salad and snoop around in this place?
Yes, you may.
And so I will start. I will take a little plate of whatever we have and eat while I look around and try to find a clue.
Perfect. So this would probably be instinct. And what approach are you adding to this if you have any orc work?
Well, how about my bitter approach now that I know that all the experts are collected and they are undoubtedly started solving humanity-saving problems in Madagascar while I'm stuck on this island. My brain power is not being properly used.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so throw those d6s, let's see what we get.
Amazing. 4 of them. My best one is a 5.
Alright, so you guys know, with your 4s and 5s, I've been, because we use clocks, much like Blades in the Dark, and so for these 4s and 5s you guys have been doing, as successful as they are adding to a clock, and when, upon its completion, something very exciting will happen, if you don't solve the case before then. But we will add a few more to that clock, because this is a, it's not particularly risky, so standard effect, and we'll say it's risky for the position. You're not exactly in control, nor is it desperate. But looking around, the intellect, almost that thick duck fat pulsing in your brain right now, you hear things and you see things that no one else does, one of which is Darcy Lewis. Sitting and eating a filet mignon dipped in butter with a slight sprinkling of red pepper flakes, Himalaya salt, and kind of sizzled on the back and the rear end, or the back and the front end, with a side of delicious asparagus and honey roasted potatoes. She, as you're connecting the dots, has this particular look about her that only an intern has, one of which who is gainfully employed but not making any money whatsoever. The spark of intellect within her eyes suggests, though, that what she could accomplish would terrify the world. One of those once-in-a-lifetime geniuses. As she stares down at her food. Another thing you do see as well is a group of naval security guards chatting with each other, and it kind of peeking into their conversation. It's kind of a conversation about deconstructing toxic masculinity in this era, especially for people involved in the military.
It almost brings a tear to my eye as I see these wonderful people talking about such intricate matters, but then I get a bit distracted seeing Darcy Lewis sitting there and just picking at their food when I sense such potential. It's like something is spinning around in my gut like a vacuum cleaner, and I have to stuff my mouth full of the goose fat dipped fries just with excitement. But just before I have the last one, something just changes in my head, and I look at how she is eating, and I think, oh, wonder if I only ate just like that, maybe I would understand just what her problems are like. And I would like to use method to spend 2 appetite to put myself inside the head of someone else and imitate their behavior to know what they are thinking.
Yes, excellent. Yeah, you can almost feel the filet mignon. It's almost a blue, just below rare, very fresh, that meaty, buttery sensation as it's dipped into your mouth, the little bit of fat clinging on to the meat. It almost melts in, and it kind of, in this almost orgiastic way, just erupts in your mouth, and it's tasty and it's wonderful, but you can't really appreciate such a thing because you yourself are not appreciated. You are an intern. You are an intelligent woman in the 21st century, a place that doesn't appreciate you. You have your PhD, several of them, in fact, and yet you find yourself in an intern position because all of the good jobs are taken by men everywhere. And they degrade and they look down upon your scientific perspective, but behind all of that is a zest for vengeance. You know that one day you will be provided an opportunity, or you will take an opportunity, and you will make choices that will lead into a world of perfection, where each individual is seen by the merits of their work and not by which gender they are. Your merit will be just on what you can do and what you bring to the table.
And I feel tears just welling up my face as I realize all this and the struggle, and I feel it so hard. How unfortunate that some people actually have to work for their successes. Unlike me, because they just come to me naturally, because I am just so good. And I take a step forward, and I I reach out my leg to gently rub hers, and I say, I understand, I see your pain.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a charm?
I would like to, because I am not a very charming person, but I have another perk, which is called Perfect Substitution. I can spend 2 more appetite, and I can roll 1 attribute as if it were another.
Nice. All right, so what are you using?
So, because I am not a normally socially compatible person, I have to muster up a bit of guts to do this. How about that?
Oh, that's perfect.
And let's see. Can I use what is it? What is the tough cookie approach?
The tough cookie approach has to do with, it pretty much just being a tough cookie, like the ability to endure and to to move forward. You could probably use that because you're using guts. You can kind of see because of your intellect right now, the avenues of punishment that could arise if you don't connect with this person here and now.
I like that. And also the fact that that I know what you have to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually I don't. But now I do because I seen inside her head through eating food in the same way as her.
And I would also like to offer you a Devil's Bargain.
Oh yes, let's do that.
Devil's Bargain will give you a +1 to your die, and if you accept the bargain, though, if you fail, is you will get shot by a laser cannon. If that's okay with you, you can take that extra die. If not, you don't have to.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go all in.
All right.
All right. I will roll my 4 dice and see where it takes us.
Excellent. Yeah. So this will be greater effect, desperate situation. Let's do this.
I just feel like we have to dive straight into this. We already have a person that's highly suspicious. Whew. That's a 1, 1, 2, and a 5.
Oh my gosh. So a 5 is the highest you got.
That is correct.
Oh, all right. You feel like you've done a very good job, and she is receiving somewhat. But unfortunately, she doesn't accept your proximity in a way that is quick enough to prevent this little laser cannon popping up out of her kind of this little satchel in her shoulder, and just kind of zapping you with a taser. It doesn't knock you out, but it does give a sort of shocking feeling. So why don't you go ahead and place a check mark on insecure. You're gonna get that insecure condition.
Ah, great. And that is one of my 4 conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to clear my condition, so as not to get knocked out when I have accumulated all 4, I will need to fail to act. Is that right?
Exactly. But she does motion that you may sit on the other side of the table.
I, being a little bit shocked at just what happened, does she indicate anything about her little laser cannon shooting at me, or
Nope.
just that side thing?
Yeah, just something that happens. It just kind of goes back into the satchel on her shoulder, and she pokes at her meat a little bit more.
I feel like muscles of one of my eyes is slightly out of function, so it kind of drifts off to the other side. So I have to, as I sit down, I have to turn my head in a strange way in order to keep rapport with this person. It makes me insecure.
What do you want from me?
I sense something from you because I have been in your place. Believe it or not, somehow I passed my tests. And I just feel your potential. I think I've heard about you. You are You are Darcy Lewis, are you not?
So you've seen my Instagram then?
I have, but I also tried to rack my memory if I ever heard this name before or read any articles, read any, anything written by this person, if they are so great.
Ooh, yeah, you can roll, instinct on that. See if you remember anything. This will be, standard effect, and you're in control, because you can't really fuck this up.
Okay. I don't see a perfect approach to this. Mm-hmm. Let's roll a 2 dice then for my 2 instinct. Oh, it's 6 is my best.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, you have read some papers by Darcy Lewis. She is definitely someone who could probably be utilized very much by NASA, especially in their weapons division. Her work in theoretical research and papers on doom weapons are very impressive. Especially, she had speculated that you could create a cannon which turned someone's skin inside out, which would cause them to die eventually, but would be a great deterrent in war.
As it just occurs to me, just as I'm sitting there and I hear her tone, I say, I read your theoretical papers on doom weapons, particularly the sides of, turning people's skins outside inside, and the applications like that could be very useful in an organization I like to work with myself.
Well, thanks. I mean, I would love to get the resources to test it out, but unfortunately it's, the scientific community doesn't really respect the papers of an intern. It's all sort of political, which is frustrating for me.
Yes, for me it was not so much political things that came in my way, but I leaned forward. It was the dicks.
The dicks?
The men.
Oh, yes. No, it's, every position. It's always getting in the way, these dicks. But one day, and she stares at you, leaning forward, one day there won't be any dicks.
I giggled together with her.
Oh, yeah.
Naturellement, you are correct, but what are you doing in a place like this?
It's the only job, she raises her hands in quotations, I could get at this time. So they do pay for housing, and the food here is great. It's much better than it was. So it's not a bad gig. It allows me to write, so I guess I'll do what I can with what I have.
I see. And operations have been going smooth?
For the most part, yes. I was also doing some favors for Dr. Cox, and I was really enjoying my work with him, but he took a vacation about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Where is he going?
He didn't say. He just needed to get some R&R, he said, which was unfortunate, as he probably could have had some insight on what happened to the chickens, but oh well.
How was he connected to them specifically?
Oh, well, he was in charge of the lighthouse, really an underappreciated scientist, much like myself, kind of what the scientific community calls cuckoo, you know what I'm saying? Or at least that's the rumor. But the organization sent him over on loan to take care of a lighthouse, even though he's a very intelligent individual and has a lot of interesting theories.
And what was he working on?
Well, just a lighthouse. But the papers that really got him in trouble was his theories involving that And she looks around and leans forward. That cock's come from space.
Really?
Yes.
And I rack my brain once again. Have I read these papers?
We'll say with your check you have. Yeah, there was a paper by Dr. Cox, which was laughed at in the scientific community that speculated that chickens are not from Earth, but instead come from a faraway place.
Yeah, that is sort of intersecting with my fields of interests.
And part of it was the title was Cox from Space, which the scientific community also laughed at.
Yes. So how did he plan to investigate these programs? You don't have a space launch pad in this facility.
No, he was sent here to just hide him away. I don't think he did much science here. He just, in his depression, took care of the lighthouse and helped out here and there. He and I would exchange papers, and I would try to encourage him to continue to work, but I fear that, I don't know, I feel like he lost himself.
I see. But he worked in the lighthouse, you say, and that was...
He kept his private life private.
It is very interesting. So what do you have any... not suspicions, but do you have any ideas yourself where all these chickens might have gone?
To be honest, I don't care where the chickens went. They are the least interesting part of my job. I don't really like chickens that much. They're not really necessary for my research. Dr. Mrs. Tweedy and, of course, her peer. What is his name? Dr. Gullo Naring, a German scientist. They are very interested in it, but I'm not. No, I just don't care.
I see. Well, that makes sense. I wouldn't use my brain power for something like that either if it were not in the interests of my organization, I say. And I start to feel completely bored now, because now things are kind of grinding to a halt. I look her over one last time. Would be interesting to know if you are writing anything more, especially related to space.
I'll friend you on LinkedIn.
Please do.
Yeah.
I almost smile, and I stand up, and I'm about to reach out my leg again, but then I feel my eye muscles twitch from the tasing laser shot, and I refrain, and I step back and go over to the others.
Yeah, so the other two, what have you guys been up to while this conversation has been happening?
Get a massage and stuff in my face.
Oh yeah, it is exquisite, and the wine, if you choose to pair it, is enchanting. This is the best meal you'll ever have.
Could we have been watching their interaction while we were eating?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I would have been keeping an eye on it.
Yes. I've been keeping an eye on it as well, but trusting Jim to do the main eye-keeping, I've been waiting for my main course. I'm getting myself ready. See, the thing is, this isn't the way I like to do it. It's messy, it's unclean. Well, not unclean, it's actually more hygienic than it normally is, but the fact is, in this case, this is very random. Stuff at the crime scene is so much better. You see, ever since I was a small boy, I've always been able to learn things when I eat. It was troublesome at first, but I realized as I grew up that I could focus it away, and sometimes it's not so distracting. And also, it doesn't happen when I eat pickles. So at least pickles keep me calm, but sometimes I need to use this power, ability, curse, whatever you call it. And I'm gonna try and use it on that main course. That garnish will have been prepared locally, and I might be able to see something local when I eat it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot.
All right, go ahead, and I guess that would be instinct.
Yes, so let's say instinct, quirk, and could I use my foodie approach, because I do know how to enjoy my food when I need to.
Yes, definitely.
So I take my time to cleanse my palate, focus, and I just say to Jim, keep an eye on what's going on over there. I might be a little out of it for a few seconds.
You got it, boss.
And I start eating that delicious, delicious food. A 6 and a 5.
Ooh, yeah, this was locally grown. Some of the more exquisite and rare spices were overnight shipped. And you do see the famous chef preparing it kind of meticulously, and
I try and follow that current, follow the history of the spicing. If the gods have been eating it, see what I can see. Where does it come from? Where's it grown? And what did the people growing it see when they were growing it? Oh, it's a rush.
you see chickens planting and harvesting different spices, looking at each other with inquisitive eyes. There is one chicken who seems to be leading them. One with thick-framed goggles. And is that a laser cannon in her hands? I believe it is. She gazes out at the chickens as they harvest and prepare these spices. And then in this strange way, her eyes shift over to you, even though you're not there. But it's almost as if she's looking at you, staring back at you through space and time and through these visions. And then you're back.
I take a moment to help myself to a pickle. And then... What the fuck was that chicken trying to tell me? What were you trying to tell me, chicken? I say, internally.
Real quick, during the time that he was out, I would have grabbed a few pieces of food off his plate and eaten it.
Yeah. Looking down, it's like only a few pieces left.
Are you alright there, boss?
The chicken. I think they knew. I think the chickens knew what was going to happen to them.
Why do you think that?
Because one of them was packing a laser cannon, and a chicken that packs a laser cannon isn't going to let itself be kidnapped. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I mull on that as Lemon potentially returns to the table.
Yes, and I start coming back, and I see that my main dish has been served as well, and I get very excited. I sit down and I start sharing the information that I've learned. So apparently, this Dr. Cox that you heard about from your smuggler friend, yes? He lives in the lighthouse, where he does his work at operating the lighthouse. And then there, he has taken a vacation from the lighthouse. Apparently, he holds a great intellect, but he also is misunderstood, and so his work is not appreciated. I was thinking perhaps we can go and investigate the lighthouse.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we played Chew, the role-playing game. We were joined by Jaded Jester from Near Dark Society, and our game master was Mitchell Wallace. Chew is on Kickstarter starting from October 5th, and you can find a link to the project in the show notes. This session was sponsored by Imagining Games, who publishes the game. The music was taken from the album Fabled Machines of Old by Dead Melodies. Check them out at cryochamber.bandcamp.com or Cryochamber's YouTube channel for more music for your gaming table. We would like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon, Martin Heuschober, Nastasia Raulerson, Simon Cooper, David, Julia, Camilla, Ludwig Manford, Bob Lange, Julián, and Cameron for their generous support. And we would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for Cult of Divinity Lost and Coriolis there, as well as get early and raw access to all of our recordings. You can also hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. Thank you, and see you soon, again.